What is crack-a-lackin' YouTube? Today I'm going to show you how I made this image. I went to an event a few weeks back here in Brisbane called the RACQ Motorfest. Now this event was pretty huge. There were a ton of cars, and also there was about 10,000 people that rolled through the gates, which made it extremely difficult to get decent pictures of cars. Now with this tutorial today, I'm going to show you what I did to get a photo of this McLaren and what I went to get it. Now it wasn't easy, but with a bit of editing, we came out with something decent. Let's check it out. So we've got our shot here in Lightroom. Now what I did on the day was I actually took multiple shots of this car, because as you can see there's people here, there's shadows cast by this guy who was there, you can see the feet of a kid just there, and if we jump over to the other shot, the feet of the kid is still there but the shadows moved. The guy realised that I was taking photos and stepped back even though he's still in the photo. Some of the people have moved, except for this one guy here, he's kind of in both. So I have my image here, and I first selected black car. As you can see, it brings that out, just changes it a little bit, gets that nice deep orange colour in there. You can see some of the details a fair bit better. So I've selected that, and there we go. I didn't do too many tweaks to this. But then I applied the same to this image here, but because of the way the light and the shadow was, it did change it just a little bit. As you can see, if I click that, it didn't do anything, because the settings are already applied. So then what I did was I grabbed both of the images, and then we went over into Photoshop. Right click on there, edit in, but what we want to do is we want to open them as layers in Photoshop. You hit that. Okay, so we've loaded both of our layers up into Photoshop here, and what we'll do is we'll select them both. Now because they're not straight, and the colours are slightly different, but they're not straight, so we'll select them both. We go up to edit, we go to auto align layers. Click that and you can pick the way that you want to, if they're out of perspective you can change that, but I'll just go with auto and that'll pull them to sit in their spot. Now it'll just have a little bit of a think here, and then look at that. What it's done is it's found the similar heroes in the shot and it lines them up as best as possible. So as you can see, the three cars are aligned. We've got to get rid of these shadows, we've got to get rid of these shadows both on here, get rid of these feet in there, and we also want to bring the colours up, maybe make these headlights stand out a little bit better, see what we can work. Okay, we've got a mirror hiding over here, we've got the back of the McLaren, maybe see if we can get rid of some of these people. Yep, we can do that. We're going to select our top layer, we're going to give them a mask. We're going to select our paintbrush. Now because our mask is white, our paintbrush needs to be black. It needs to be the opposite of whatever colour your mask is. Now if we start painting over this guy here, the bits that we want to get rid of, like this guy's hand, this guy's arm. Let's bring back some of the McLaren that we didn't have before. We can also get rid of his leg in here. So we can pretty much get rid of that whole guy, to be honest. Let's just get rid of him altogether. He's now off to the side a bit more, we don't have to worry about him. if you do make a mistake, you can always throw it back to the white and paint it back in. So some of these shadows here, we want to keep some of those maybe, just so it's not taking over. So we'll go back to the white here. What else can we paint out? Let's paint out this shadow across the front here. Don't like that. Now you can see the colour's a little bit different. So we'll change that in a moment though. Let's see, what's this guy? No, Control Z that, leave him there. Oh, not much better. That's right, we can edit him out. And there's this kid in there. Let's edit him out also. Some shadows on there. Nope, I think they're going to be there. So we'll leave those there. We'll just keep it nice and dark. I think we're okay with that one for the minute. This guy here, we want to change the colours up a bit. So we'll select the bottom layer. We'll go maybe. Let's check out the brightness and contrast. If we pull back on the brightness. Oh, look at that. That matches quite well, doesn't it? Look at the difference. Now I've just seen something on the front of the car here that I'm not quite happy with. Aha, it's a bit of shadow. So, go back just a little bit further. And what we're going to do is just, oh, that's not what we wanted. I'm going to zoom in here. And we want to get our brush tool, throw it back to the white. Use left bracket to size down and paint just back over that. There we go. So you can see if we go too far, get too much, throw it back to the black, maybe downsize a little bit more just so we don't catch any more of that. And there we go. Pieces. So there we go, that's nice and simple. Now we've got our car there. So you can see the difference. We start from there. We've laid our car on top. We've gotten rid of all the stuff that we don't want around it, and we can absolutely do a little bit more to clean it up. And then we've also changed the colours so that now it all blends in. Now what I like to do, select all three, Control-Alt-Shift-E. That'll bring it into a new layer. And these guys here, just select them, see how we've got layer 1 and we've got the other one. We drag them down in a folder, that keeps them there nice and tucked away. So this guy here, we've got our layer 1. What we want to do, we want to right click, we want to convert him to a smart object. Okay, so now we've got our layer converted to a smart object. We've got some things that we want to tidy up a bit, like these feet down here. Let's zoom in, what else? Yep, we've got extra feet in there. Maybe some of these, we want to change them up a bit. So what we'll do is get our layer selected, yes. Put a new layer over the top. Come across and we'll go maybe, let's clone stamp it. Make sure it's selected on current and below up here in the sample. You can change the opacity if you want to. I just normally keep it at 100, that's just me. And what we'll do is we'll select. Let's see how that selects everything underneath because we've got the current and below selected. And then we'll just, if we zoom out, sweet. Now gone. Shoes, no shoes. Shoes, no shoes. Perfect. It's exactly what we want. So now it's looking a lot better. But we've also got a few issues that we need to touch up. With this guy here on the mirror. So what we can do, we can always duplicate this layer. And still it'll work the same, it'll still leave it like that. If we yes, put a brightness and contrast on there. We bring the brightness right down. Don't worry about that just at the moment. And Let me zoom out. What we can do is a bit of a long-winded way of doing everything. Bring the brush size right up. And there we go, our colours are back. If you're worried that you missed a bit, just have a look at your little image down here. You can see there's a couple of little white spots there. It means I've missed some bits. It's probably non-essential bit anyway. Being that it's over here in the corner. So it's just here somewhere. Just as long as all the orange isn't covered, they're all good. I think that looks a lot better. There we go, it takes out some of those reflections and anything behind it just kind of disappears. Doesn't look so ugly anymore. And then we're going to head down here, and what we're going to do is we're going to do it a little bit different. So we're going to select this bottom layer again, and we're going to get our burn tool. Now we've zoomed in to check these guys out. You can see they're a little bit light, they should be nice and black. You want to darken out those black areas. So we're going to select layer 1 again, we're going to put another layer over the top there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to select our burn tool just here. That's probably a bit wide, so we'll drop it right down. And I'm going to go to my tablet here, it's a little bit easier to draw with. Okay, with our layer 1 copy, we're going to rasterize it again because we don't need that as a smart object. We just need the smart object so it doesn't damage the original image. We've got our smart copy there. We're going to go over here and we're going to get our our burn tool. I'm going to come back over here, I'm going to jump onto my tablet and I'm just going to burn in the dark areas. So everything that's black needs a bit of a burn to it. Especially in these under areas here. What they'll do is they'll just make it pop out a little bit more. Don't want them highlighted so much. And our black areas just in here. Just make them darken them up. Maybe just on the top of the lights there, a little bit just in there. And you can always play with the sizings, you can play with, oh, there we go, look at that. If we jump back out here and have a look, let's darken that up a fair bit. And again, if you're not, whoop, a bit too far, if you're not overly, we can always change to the dodge tool. Again, drop that down and lighten up some of these as well. I think you're going a little bit too far on it. You can always just lighten it up. Let's get in the middle there. A bit there, a bit there. Let's get these highlights. Just make them pop a touch too. That's better. Now it makes it look a little bit more aggressive. Maybe went a little bit too dark. But again, you can change the opacity. I've changed my exposure to 42% so it's not so full on. And then we can also use this in other areas of the car. So if we go, I want to burn, what I want to do is add a little bit more to these aggressive parts, a little bit under here. So I'll bump it up a touch. And we'll burn that out a bit more. On this line here maybe. Just on this line here. And here. Just give it a little bit more definition. This bit here. here. That doesn't really need it. Go along. And we can touch that up a touch. And then what we can also do is on the inside here, lighten that up. Just to give it that real aggressive lines. Accentuate those highlights. A little bit more aggressive now. And then some of these we can also, with our dodge and burn, you can also lighten up some of these so we can see what's going on the undersides there. But you can also darken them down. So if you want to get a real bit of flavour on that carbon. Under area here, just hit it, maybe hit this a touch. Select from that corner, crop it down, something that's a little better. Image, crop, let it have a think. And there we go. Control D to get rid of the marching ants. Probably a little more, but that's alright. So now we've got our finished image there. And that was pretty easily done. Just a little bit of a touch up. You don't have to go too overboard, but it's an easy way of getting rid of people. I probably could have waited another 30 seconds and taken another photo with less people in it, and again Photoshop them all out to try and get a really clean look. But unfortunately I didn't have time on the day, so I just went with what I could do. Now if you like what you saw today, please give me a subscribe, give me a like, follow me, hit the bell, and stay tuned for more. I'll catch you on the flip flop. Peace.